Fingerstyle. I am the ukulele fool, foolishly believing that picks have their place in the ukulele world. In this video, we're going to go over a variety of picks, including some treatments for your natural nails, and I hope this is enjoyable and informative for you. There are definitely some advantages to using picks. I see it all the time with students that there's issues with your hand, and whether you're elderly or very young, picks can be a really useful tool to be able to overcome some disadvantages. It will also make you the loudest person in the house in many cases. So that could also go here on the disadvantage side. There are some different cons to playing with a pick, and a pro may be a con in this case. And certainly, you know, if you want to be a minimalist and don't want to have a bunch of accessories, I get it. Picks can chew up this portion of your ukulele, so that may be a real disadvantage. The guitars generally have a pick guard here, a piece of plastic, and you can buy them for the ukulele. That's certainly very possible. In this video, we will go over picks that are more what you consider typical in varying thicknesses and with some features on them as well. There are some very ukulele specific, or certainly designed for a ukulele, picks that we'll cover as well, finger picking picks, and lastly we'll go over some natural nail things. So stick around to the end because I'll also give you some of my thoughts. To give you a chance to make up your own mind about what you're hearing, I'm going to do some strumming, I'm going to do some chord melody. I'm also going to show you trading a pick and a strum between my low G and my C string. This is the thinnest pick, the Dunlap. Not have to follow in those guitarist footsteps. You can use other types of picks with softer material for your ukulele. We have felt picks that many of the promo ukuleles that have come my way have felt picks included in them. And so I'll showcase 3 different ones. dealing with an injury, you might consider these little plastic nubbin covers. They might give you the kind of protection you need. Don't really like the sound, but you know, what do you think? Don't laugh, don't judge. Dollar Tree door stops. I learned this back when I was teaching elementary school and had children with some pretty severe disabilities. And you know, cerebral palsy and everything else made it very difficult for them to handle, you know, strumming, much less a functional pick. And this doesn't sound as bad as you'd think. Kind of holding it like a pencil, like this. Well, you be the judge. What do you think it sounds like? So what are my thoughts on the more traditional picks? I really did not like the super thin pick. It just was kind of flabby and hard to control. My favorite of the bunch was the 60mm one, and interestingly enough, I really liked the Dunlap one with the maxi grip, those little bumps on that made it very easy to hold. I thought that this chubby one here would be the easiest to hold. It's got a nice big divot in it. I don't know if you can see that, but I thought, oh, that would be really nice and secure. Nah, you know, it didn't really make much of a difference, and it's just so thick it kind of gets in the way. Of the more ukulele specific picks, I didn't like the felt ones. Now these are pretty stiff. One of them even said that it's 3 millimeters on it, so it's very stiff. I did like the little hole cut out on it. That made it feel very comfortable compared to one without the hole, and this one, the kind of a generic pack. I'll bet you this one would loosen up more, and I probably would like it when it's more loose. My favorite though was the leather pick. First of all, I don't know if you can see it against the black First of all, it's very flexible. It seems to have a lot of bend in it without being flabby. And this hole in it is really gives you the opportunity to kind of pinch it and really makes it feel secure. You could also kind of vary the way that you attack your instrument. You could do it just with the straight edge or the point, or a more rounded edge like this where you've got a little bit more space. So for me, the leather pick was the winner. Finger picks. Now you can put these on all the fingers that you're going to use for picking. I generally use my thumb and these two fingers, and they're totally adjustable. Let me get this on. I've got one that size for my thumb, and you can change the adjustment on it. You can also adjust how much they extend beyond your finger. You've got a lot of control with these. Not so much control in terms of how you do it as the plastic version of these. They go together like this, and then you have to use a thumb pick with it, like that. I guess you could use one of these if mine didn't come with any that were big enough. Lastly is a very specialty pick called an Alaskan pick, and these are strange. You put them on so that they go like this, and they fit underneath your fingernail like that. And classical guitarists are really fans of these picks, and you can put them on your thumb, and they come in different sizes. I got a box and it had multiple sizes in it, so you could probably find one that would work for you. My final thoughts on the finger picking. I really didn't like the metal ones, and that kind of surprised me because I played so much with metal ones when I did auto harp, but I did not like it on the ukulele, but you might find that they're very useful. The sound that I liked the best was the Alaskan picks, but you know, they kept coming out from underneath my fingernail and they kept kind of moving around. I like the sound, but I'd have to play with these a lot more if I was going to finger pick with these. Lastly, I like the plastic ones. You know, I know that the thumb ones come in different sizes, and so these generic plastic ones, I kind of dig the way they felt and the way they played. I know several professional ukulele players that play with acrylic nails, and they're guys. Acrylic nails are put on at the salon. They're a real commitment. You not only do you have to pay to have salon work to do them, but then you have to go in for fills. But they find them very successful. Kirk Jones uses his thumb, index, and middle finger that are all acrylic. Ryan Tolentino uses a thumb pick on his thumb and then two fingers that are acrylic nails, and so it really works for those guys. My thoughts on it is that, you know, it's definitely a more muscular sound, and I found that I could hear the difference between the thumb pick and the nail. So if that's a consideration for you, you might think about that. So for probably about the past 14 months, I've been struggling with my nails. They just have been falling apart on my strumming hand. Luckily, I keep them very short on my chording hand. So I found a temporary nail solution that I really like, and that's using press-on nails. So these are Kiss brand. Let me get them up close. It's got a little, they're easy to apply. They've got a little thing that you can hold them with. It doesn't take long. I don't have to go to the salon. They're not that expensive. My caveat on that is if you're going to do that, buy nail glue that comes with an applicator where they've got the little brush, because the ones they give you in the package, forget about it. So I've used this successfully, particularly when I've split a nail vertically and it's really too painful to play without some sort of protection. So I've used the artificial nails. But if I continue to have problems, I'm probably going to skip the pick route and go with the acrylic nails. What do you think? I'd love to hear your comments down below. Did this help you on your ukulele journey? Which pick surprised you the most? Do you play with picks? Do you have other things to recommend to the community? Again, love to hear you. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video on your favorite social media. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and thank you so much for my patrons, because without your support, I simply couldn't be doing this.